Deltarune is a funny, goofy game where silent protagonist Chris, Barney's his own daughter Susie, and the least manliest man to ever man, Ralsei, go on adventures to stop the Dark Fountains from making a mess all over the place. I played through Chapter 1 forever ago, and thought it was a very good starting point. And since Chapters 3 and 4 of the game have finally released, I figured it was about time to play Chapter 2. So without further ado, let's play Deltarune Chapter 2. What, did you expect there to be blood or something? Up and at 'em, it's a brand new morning. Let's check some things here. This bird cage, which definitely didn't contain my heart last night. It's a bird cage. When the door's closed, there's no escape. Slightly ominous, but okay. Let's check the mirror. It's what they call you. This would probably be more ominous if I didn't wait half a year to make this. Well then, let's get on with our day. To school we go. No, I forgot to check the living room chair. No! Whoops, I'm late for class.
Hey, Chris, if I knew you were gonna be late, I would have showed up in time.
Susie, please don't kick your desk. Treat school property like you treat people.
Okay, next time I'll aim for the vitals. Today for school we gotta read, and Birdley volunteered to do it for everyone, so we fall asleep, because that's what school was made for. And while Chris is sleeping, let's go over a quick recap on what exactly happened last chapter. So Chris and Susie walk in a closet and end up in a weird new world where they need to seal a dark fountain. They meet Ralsei, they meet Lancer, Susie has some character development, and they all go saving the world Kumbaya style. Oh hey, we're awake again. Turns out we slept through the entire class. A new record! Walking out of the classroom, we find Susie standing by. Well, look who it is, the school zombie. You were sleeping like a corpse all class. What's wrong? Had trouble going Betty by last night? Me too, Chris! Like I could sleep after yesterday. Just waiting for today felt like years! Look, you've been wondering the same thing, right? Well, come on already. After being dragged across the school to the closet door, we naturally jump in it because, oh boy, anything is better than school. Oh, hey, Noelle. If you remember in Chapter 1, Birdley and Noelle got begrudgingly paired together for the school project. And so Noelle decided to ask us if we wanted to do our school project with them in the local library. Well, that's boring, so Susie's gonna force me to make up an excuse. Yep, just chilling by a closet. Nothing interesting happening going on. No otherworldly shenanigans. Noelle then asks me to drag Susie along later, and I mean, I can't really say no again now, can I? Before she runs off, she awkwardly gives a present to Susie, which turns out to be a lunchbox full of chalk. Here, take it, I don't have pockets. Sure. Ah, yes, back to my comfort zone. We meet Ralsei again, this time without his weird hood thing he was wearing in Chapter 1. But everyone we met from Chapter 1 is just gone for some reason. Ralsei tells us to go back into the real world and gather a bunch of stuff from the little room next to this closet. So we do that and bring it back with us, and wowee, this place got a huge upgrade. There's a cafe, a bakery, a mostly useless item shop, and a party dojo where you can practice up on things and complete challenges. Like the pro gamer I am, I beat them all, no problem. No problem. Ralsei even went through the trouble of making us a room for whenever we want to chill out. Chris's room is cool, it's blue and it has some moss in the corner for a little pizzazz. Lancer got a room, but it's mostly the same as the one he had at King's Palace. King being Lester, if you all remember that. And Susie got a nice one that fits her well. You can even find Lester in a prison cell in the basement with a hamster ball and a water bottle thingy.
By the way, is my son happy?
Like you, Carrie, you were gonna throw him off a cliff.
Your prejudice made my bluff too effective, I see. Besides, even if
I threw him, he would just bounce.
My son is the bouncy little pumpkin.
Oh, cute.
We're done talking to you. Gameplay-wise, the game changed a little. Not how you fight enemies, but how you bring them into Castletown in the first place. Now it takes a certain number of enemies spared in order to actually bring them into Castletown. Basically, it's just there to add more challenge, and I think that's pretty neat. There's even like an encyclopedia of like all the enemies you've saved, which is pretty neat. Good things don't last forever, though, because in order to actually progress with the story, we have to leave and do our group project. On Rousey's orders, we're banned until we start it. Lancer joined us because why not, and Ralph's card joins us. Who asked for this guy? Something worth noting is that when you actually get out of the Dark World, Lancer and Ralph's card become just random junk. It makes it seem as if Chris and Susie are like imaginating this whole thing. But I mean, who knows? I ain't no Mad Pat. It's fun to talk about theories though and see what the game is actually trying to tell us.
Mad Pat for President 2028, let's go!
Your average, whatever today is in the life of Deltarune. Oh hey, how convenient. A new dark fountain has appeared coincidentally as we were about to go do our homework. This one doesn't bring us to Castletown, however. Instead, it brings us to this green circuit board looking place with wires hanging from the ceiling. It's also kind of in a rough shape right now. I'm sorry, what? What is Mrs. Christmas doing here? And now she's captured. Of course! Heck of a study session. This is Queen, practically the face of Deltarune memes at this point.
Does he know?
She's also the boss of Chapter 2, but we don't actually fight her until much later. Teens are merely big children, and adults are even bigger children. I like the difference in tone compared to Chapter 1's final boss. In Chapter 1, King was like all serious and a very evil, intimidating presence. In Chapter 2, Queen's like more comedic relief, but also still like evil. Probably my favorite character in the game, actually, just because how dumb she is.
Does he know?
She's a happy-go-lucky meme machine, and I like me some memes. Susie goes insane wondering why Queen would capture Noelle. Like you'd guess, it's for some evil world-dominating plan. You wanna fight, loser? Yes! Yes already, yes! Okay then, bye. Wait a sticky second! I have time for such frivolities, and I'd kick your butt. But perhaps someone else can entertain you. Enjoy your assimilation. First actual battle of the game. Yeah, baby! The optimal way to beat these guys is to be thrown towards them. Sounds counterintuitive, but we already did it in Chapter 1, so why can't it work here? Oh, hey, Rousey. Oh yeah, it's Deltaruning time. Now that Rousey is here, we can truly start our next adventure. The cyber world, where technology becomes sentient, and where banger music is made. I talked about the combat in the last Deltarune video, but it's still great here. Riding on teacups is the last thing I expected to be doing here. The enemies this time are much more varied in terms of looks, which is nice. It was one of my smaller nitpicks about Chapter 1, that, you know, the enemies were getting, like, recolored and all that, and it was kind of lazy looking. But here, it's all new. Except for this one mini-boss here, but we don't talk about it. Oh, hi, Queen.
Susie? Chris?
Oh, my Noelle impression. Oh. I'm not a whammon, I can't do this. Don't worry, we won't let your face become roboticized.
That's something you're gonna do?
Whoops. Thought you knew that. Oh dear, that was supposed to be a surprise. Oh well. So Queen wants to turn Noelle into one of her loyal minions, and apparently, face roboticization was not on the initial document. She offers us the chance to become peons, but I like having free will, so I'm going to pass on that one. She then summons a giant arcade machine for the goal of humiliating us. But we end up beating the game, so humiliation attempt failed. The game itself is literally just Punch-Out, which is, you know, it's a nice reference. I like playing Punch-Out. Queen then offers us a new deal, because she's still bent on turning us into a peon. Perish in the chill of absolute destruction, or flourish under the warm bosom of my hellish reign. Very simple option.
Queen, aren't there any other options?
Yes, you can also choose Mega Perish. Yeah, no. Perishing bites. At this point, you're asking for it. You could say it Megabytes. Oh, would you get out of here already? Okay, bye. This is Newbert. Newbert is friend. So this guy's been following us around, trying to kill us and whatnot, so it's about time we do something about it. He calls us friends, which together have the band name of Sweet Cap'n Cakes. The way to beat them is to make them all dance, but they stop dancing after a turn or two. And because we need them all to get to dance at the same time, and the fact that Chris is the only one who has the act ability to do so, I think you can see the problem. Hey, this isn't working.
Maybe if we tried ballroom dancing?
Why can't we act like Chris?
Because that's Chris's unique talent.
Think I'm too stupid to dance by myself? Susie can now act from her magic menu.
Susie, I don't think you should...
Happy feet, dumb.
This censored beat was solely for comedic effect. This channel does not endorse nor say swears, and if I find any of you swearing in the comments, I will personally terminate your comment from existence. As you continue to enjoy this video, let me remind you that spoilers are imminent and should be expected. I will now stop talking. This has been a drug ad.
Now that we all know how to dance of our own accord, we can finally end this battle in style. Oh, hey, fireworks. That's cool. After a wee bit of teacup athletics, we arrive at whatever this thing is. Derpy-looking bumper cars. Queen's back again, threatening us with cages.
Miss.
And Noelle. No, not you! Birdly got in here by some stroke of luck, and he works with Queen. Although he sees himself as the higher up in this case. Birdly? You asked Birdly to be on your team? I did not ask, I did not ask, I did not ask, I did not ask, I did not ask. It's Lord Birdly to you simpletons. Hey yo, we fighting on bumper cars? That's so cool. You even use the bumper cars to take care of Birdly. His attacks are neat. He'll shoot tornadoes at you or send his totally not cheated A+ math test sheets. His spear attack is also cool and hard to dodge. We ram into Birdly a couple of times. His car explodes and he goes bye-bye. Hello everyone, I have some news updates. You see, the roller coaster, it's not actually finished yet. What does that mean? Pain. Ah yes, home sweet home. Guess we're splitting up now. Behold! Now we're entering into the cyber city, filled with bright lights, walking cars, and scammers. I like how they introduced the walking zone signs here. It's a nice way to prepare you for the more complicated puzzles up ahead. What, Noelle? Ah, get these pop-ups out of here!
Chris, what are you doing?
Oh, Noelle, sweetie! Don't let her find me! Noelle, sweetie, honey, darling, where are you? We're a team now, remember? You still have to be my willing minion. Chris, it appears our comrades have pressed the escape key on us, so it has come to this. In order to find our teams, we must form an uneasy truce. Oh, Queen! My splendid Queen! Where are you? Oh no, don't let him find me! Ah, Chris! Not the life form I was looking for. A few moments later, so it has come to this. In order to get our respective teams, it appears we must form an uneasy truce. Sorry man, one truce is already enough. But double truces? No, that's just diabolical. Sure. Birdly then leaves along with Queen, which finally gives us a chance to talk with Noelle.
Got any room for another truce?
Triple thirsty, are you getting me? 3 of them! 3! Nope. Not doing this. I do all this work, all this trouble, for what? What? 100 views? And triple thirsty! No! One thing to note is that with Noelle, you can do a secret route called the Snowgrave route. If you kill people with Ice Shock, you can get some new interactions. AKA Birdly dies. We ain't doing that though.
We're perfect little angels who can do no harm.
More puzzles. This one's pretty neat. Noelle here is scared of mice, and so in order for her to advance with us, we need to guide the mice that come out of this hole. Into this hole. Annoying mouse room. It's a pretty good movie. Seeing Noelle react to battles for the first time is also really funny.
Huh? What are you telling me to do? Act? Can someone please explain to me what's going on?
Oh boy, is this your first time in battle?
Yeah.
Oh hey, there's Susie and Rousey. Except we can't barge in and say hi. There are no thoughts behind those eyes. Bit of walking around later and, I don't know, Queen's here. And she's drunk, even worse. Oh, you're here. Sorry, Chris. While I've been looking for Noelle, I've had like 4 of these all-age appropriate glasses of pure battery acid. Don't
don't worry, that was my throwing glass, it's safe. Look, Chris. Crisscross applesauce. Now that we are trucies, I feel like we're on the same mathematical wavelength. You get me, Chris. You do not do crazy things like have opinions, or scream when I capture you, or tell me horrible plans for Smart Boy theme park. I just cannot compute it. Why everyone else is so ungrateful. Whoops, that was my extra dangerous glass.
She keeps on rambling on about random stuff. One worth noting is questioning whether becoming bad to make people smile is a bad thing. I mean, it seems like the obvious answer is yes, but it lets in on her motives. Pretty cool. It's a nice dynamic compared to the last boss, which was just evil through and through. She also asks if we want to play Legally Distinct Punch-Out again. It's beautiful! Queen! I've been looking everywhere to show you this. A monument of our greatness. Together.
Oh! How do I put this? Very smart. So smart you are. I love tolerating you.
Queen ditches Burley again while he leaves, and Noelle got a nice disguise for the situation. And this car puzzle is cool. You gotta stop the cars in a certain way to get through. You know, like they foreshadowed. Ooh. I also like Noelle cowering in fear when you cross the road. It's a nice touch. I don't remember this part. Wait, what? Why is it doing the Undertale? This game is great. No way! Annoying Mouse Room 2? I love that movie! Except for the part where the mice don't actually make the electric force field go down. It drags on for too long. Good thing it picks up the pace again.
Chris, you aren't going to touch that cheese, are you?
Floor food.
I always go back for seconds.
I never want to see cheese ever again.
Annoying Mouse Room 3, the mid-sequel. Reminds me of the Alien movies. Except this Mouse Room isn't mid. It's pretty nice. It's like the other ones we've done, but this time you gotta hurry up, because Noelle's in danger. Also, Birdley appears and starts mocking us. That is until we actually beat the puzzle. How did you solve that? Even a broken clock is right once a day. Okay, one room with a bunch of garbage cans later, and we meet up with Birdley again. Can these guys go away for 1 minute? Noelle, what are you doing with Chris?
We have a truce?
Birdley gets all angry over the double truces and starts fighting us. Because that's just something you do to people. His attacks are the same as when we fought him in the bumper cars, except this time he actually brought some reinforcements. But yeah, we beat him easy peasy.
Birdley, are you okay? Chris, maybe we should have gone easier on him.
Go easier? The only one going on easy mode was me. We think Birdley has an ego problem.
You look exhausted.
I'm only tired of holding back my true power. Yep. Massive ego.
Noelle, honey, where are you? Oh no, not her again.
I can't catch a break, can I?
Noelle, come home, I made you a battery acid pie. Oh, Chris, perfect timing. Have you seen?
Oh, my luxurious queen. Good grief, there's so much going on.
Oh, good grief, Chris, get in the car.
They aren't here either? I guess I'll look over here again.
That was close. Chris, who's your friend?
Boxton.
Oh, he's from that game. And yet, something about him seems cool. Chris, we must strive to find Noelle. Everyone, get in the car.
Alright, guys, get ready to say the thing.
Stop everything. Chris, get the...
You good?
I'm tired. Tired of being made as a fool. All everyone does is point and laugh as I say the funny line. I'm tired of being seen as a joke. I'm tired of being seen as something I'm not. I will no longer bow down to Toby Fox's evil commands.
Come on, you don't need to break the fourth wall.
No, Crinkle! I'm done with this! Complain all you want, I will not say it!
Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
Chris, get the banana! Potassium.
One existential crisis later, and we are stopped by the traffic jam. Queen forces me to go and fix it, as if I control the streets around here. The reason why? Because we want to get to see Spamton G. Spamton. Spamton G. Spamton is a fan favorite amongst Deltarune fans, and I just have to ask why. He's not really funny, and him quoting random advertisements just comes off as more annoying than anything. There's also a secret boss fight you can do that involves him, but I'm not going for that. I'm just gonna play the game normally. He's not a bad character or anything, but he's absolutely not a big shot. His fight is fun though. In order to beat him, you have to heckle a deal out of him. Considering his whole thing is being in living advertisement, I think that fits really well, and I like that a lot. His attacks are also cool. He'll try and vacuum you while some dollar signs fly around, and he'll summon these little spamtons, which I like to call little spamlets. Let it be known that this was the first time I saw the game over screen.
Cromer.
So anyways, we fix the traffic jam, get back into the car, and Queen leaves us, and we're finally left with some time to recompose ourselves. Noelle ends up talking to Chris about some childhood memory they both had. Something about checking a graveyard out. She mentions some people, Dez and Azzy, whoever they are. It's a nice, wholesome world-building scene. We arrive at some carnival location where Queen appears for a few minutes to say more random stuff, give Chris a present, and then leave. But then, after what seems like ages, we finally reunite with Susie and Rousey. Susie's learned a new spell, a healing one, which heals a whopping 2 health. Rousey also learns sarcasm through Susie, so take that however you want. Rousey also notices the gift that we were left with and assumes we're giving it to somebody. Oh wow, look at that. It magically teleported to Noelle. How unfortunate. Alright, the gang's all together again, and Noelle, what are you blushing about? Yeah, I should probably mention this now. Noelle has a crush on Susie. I'm not here to talk about modern day shenanigans. Do what you will with that information. What I do want to talk about though is how Noelle's character is affected by this. Noelle's character before chapter 2 was just a really kind person. And, you know, that's fine when you're in the first chapter of the game because you're still introducing your characters, but by chapter 2 you've got to add a little bit of spice, you know, something, a little more depth. Making her entire character become Susie's crush and nothing else is not that. Granted, it's not an issue throughout the entire chapter. It's only really until about now till before the final boss age. But that's still a significant portion of the game, so I gotta mention it. Because the one moment where we actually see Noelle express herself before this is literally just her talking about Dez and Azzy, whoever they are. For the rest of the chapter, until, like I said, the final boss, she's just love-struck and nothing else. It's not the end of the world, but they could have done better, you know? They could have made her stand out a little more than she's really nice and now she's a lesbian, you know? It's my least favorite part of the chapter, in fact. So I'm going to ignore talking about these two goobers in the relationship sentence, only talk about them when it comes to how the plot goes. If that makes sense.
Look, we're finally close to the fountain.
Huh? Wait, why did we come here?
Chris, you brought Noelle right to me. I knew our truce was the best. But unfortunately, that means truces are over. No, not that trucy. Noelle, get over here, or else the bird brain gets it.
She doesn't have to listen to you. Oh, so much for that. My splendiferous queen! There you are! I looked in nearly every used game store for you. Huh? What are you doing?
I see now. Her will must be unleashed by force. Perhaps if I make her face into a robot one?
But you said you wouldn't do that if I...
Variable lying, set true.
You said I could trust you. You said you were a gamer. Oh, badly. I only play mobile games. Back in jail again. And there isn't even moss to eat. Hey, come to think of it, I don't remember Rousey getting caged. Maybe he'll bust us out of here. Nope, it's my turn to deal with the heroics. How did you get in here? I was simply relaxing in your spacious pant hole. Don't ever say that again.
Panthole.
Hurry up and get us out of here.
Who's us?
Me.
Ah, okay. I have no idea how to use this.
I guess the only letter on this keyboard is L. Loser!
Oh, it worked! Let's go, blue person whose name I know. High five.
Hey Lance, are you okay, dude?
I'm fine. I'm just very cold.
Lancer isn't feeling too well, and that's not very good. Susie tries to use her healing spell, which does nothing to help the situation. Quick, Chris, let's find Rousey. Maybe he can heal him. Before we can get going, though, Birdly pops up and teams up with us. Because Noelle. Seems like a room overflowing with shovels, and you don't have anything to dig through them with. We get through a few puzzles, which gets Birdly mad because we didn't need his help. He makes a reference and gives us the lore drop. Turns out Birdly's not smart, but an idiot, and has been making Noelle do his homework for her. All because of a spelling bee. And so now he vows to be a better person and not act so prideful. It's a nice touch, honestly. I may not have explained it in a way that made him seem sincere, but it makes me like Birdly a lot more as a character. I have decided I will turn over a new leaf from now on and fight for the side of ignorance. We're not telling you to be stupid. Turns out Rousey got promoted to butler by the Queen's royal decree. Also, he can't heal Lancer. Whoops, now he's a statue. In a nutshell, the reason Lancer's like this is because he ran out of use case for this chapter. The reason Lancer's like this is because the cyber world's not the dark fountain he originated from. The only way to return him back to normal is to return to Castletown, because the dark fountain there is made of pure darkness. Ooh. Birdly walks up to us all dramatic-like and declares he has a plan to save Noelle and stop Queen. I remember from Queen's touring of this place, it's a secret shortcut on the 3rd floor. While Chris is distracting Queen, Susie will take the shortcut to reach Noelle and transfer her to me on the roof. From there, I'll bring her to a safe hiding spot, and together we can all defeat Queen. Sounds good to me, let's do it. But first, Lancer, you're coming with us. Oh. How very inaccessible. Wheelchair users beware. Some shopping later and we get the mission started. Oh, hi, Queen.
I see you have escaped from your room unit. Who can blame you for wanting to see my glorious mansion? You won't want to take your eyes off of this beautiful art.
We're here to look at your stupid pictures.
Oh, it was not a recommendation. I was just warning you. Teehee.
Wait, what? Ah!
Now, I know you're all loving my mansion, but we have a few rules around here that you have to follow. 1, wipe your shoes. 2, have fun. 3, respect the pottery. 4, have fun. 5, list entry duplication error.
I can get behind respecting pottery. So let's try and not break the vases. Oh, no. No, 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 no!
I murdered an innocent piece of pottery. Oh, no.
Queen's Castle is much more interesting than the castle from the first chapter. More colors, more variety in enemies, and a banger soundtrack to go along with it. Man, I wish I didn't use my one montage pass earlier. Now would have been a really convenient time to use. Chris, Susan, glad to see you arrive unwounded. Now, let us hasten! Through here is a secret passageway to the roof. There we can rescue-fy Lady Noelle. And so we split up again, but this time I'm stuck with Rousey. Send help. This next section is kind of boring, I'm gonna be honest. As aside from the obligatory, Chris, get the banana! It's the most video game feeling part of the video game. Rock's card is back for a fun little mini game that's pretty neat, but other than that, we can just skip to the next section. Oh wow, a 5-minute long Ferris wheel ride concerning my least favorite part of the chapter. Great. Except for this line. This is funny.
Is being Susie Silla something you think about a lot?
Like... Quite the moral dilemma. Noelle, my lady, the cavalry has arrived to rescue you.
Oh, the good part of the dream is over.
Aw, come on, give the nerd a chance. Oh yeah, I should mention that Susie managed to convince Noelle that this was all a dream. Don't know if that's super important, but I thought I'd let you know anyway. But yeah, Susie's job is done now, so we can leave Noelle to Birdley. Yeah, whatever. May the smarts be with you. Is that a Star Wars reference? I clapped. I take back the 2 slightly negative things I said about the chapter. Not! Also, Birdley assumes that Susie had a crush on him, and this comes out of it. I love stealing private property. A little more walking later, and we finally confront Queen, without it being for the funny.
Ah, my sweet idiot children. You are just in time to witness my world domination. With Noelle in my possession, it is only a matter of time before her wheel turns, and she unleashes her power.
Too late, bozo. Noelle's with Birdley. Oh.
My control plugs are now suitable for teenagers. Now the whole family can enjoy servitude. Sort of legal, mostly cruel laughter.
Wait, then where's Noelle?
Laughter becomes more cruel. Oh, I wonder. I actually know the answer.
Okay, the bit's getting old. Now we finally get to fight the final boss, which totally won't have a second phase that references a minigame we played earlier. What we have to do is wriggle Birdley off the weird tube thing he's been captured with, but Queen will fill up her cup of battery acid every once in a while and it makes a force field. So it's a cycle of depleting her battery acid and then wiggling Birdley free. Queen's attacks are fun to dodge. She'll try to stomp us as if we're ants, launch some weird face polygons, reminds me of those weird mini-bosses from Mega Man X2. She'll launch arrows, make Birdley attack for her, and a few other things that I'm too lazy to explain. Drama. Finally, we done free Birdley.
Objection!
Oh no, what's that?
After her!
The night. The roaring night. Today it designed to create this world. Reaching its long hand to the sky, it coursed its will into its blade, and made, thrusting the fountain of the earth. Unfortunately, the world it created is trapped within the confines of the library. If only we had a way to make more darkness, we might be able to cover the whole world. That is when I realized this power, the power of the will, the power of determination.
Long story short, she wants to use Noelle to make more dark fountains, and we can't let her do that. So she gets in this big old mech suit, wrecks us, and knocks us off of our platforms. Luckily, Birdley comes in clutch and saves us from certain death. And so, with the power of friendship, we fuse into a big old mech to fight Queen. Also, it's like from the same machine we made in Chapter 1, which is just kind of funny. I'm not entirely sure how this would even work logically, but it's so ridiculous that it wraps up to being around funny, so who cares. Time for a dope second phase that references a minigame we did. Now, as far as I can tell, you can't really act your way out of this, so we just kind of have to beat her up. But also, at the same time, she doesn't actually die from this, so we technically didn't kill her, which means this isn't a failed pacifist route run. Which also means more montages! Wow, we lost that badly, huh? Queen threatens to crush us all to bits if Noelle doesn't make another fountain. But Noelle says nuh-uh and actually stands up for herself. Behold! She gets some actual character development and becomes more courageous instead of cowardly.
Queen, she said, choose the world that makes you happy.
Guess I glossed over that in the scripting process.
I don't want to live in a world ruled by her, but If that wasn't the case, I wonder if this world wouldn't be so bad.
Now that you mention it, Chris, isn't this world just better? The more I play, the more I see that this game is trying to tackle some form of escapism. Their real life is so boring. Why would they go back when you got this fantasy life full of fun friends and everything? I'm pretty sure they all have trauma of some sort and that's why they want to escape. That's a pretty solid guess to make, right? Either or, it's an interesting topic to explore and I'm interested in seeing how the game will tackle it. Birdley shows up and nearly destroys the whole world because lore. Ooh, the roaring, ooh. Queen also didn't know about the roaring, so she stops being evil and she comes to the castle town with us. Just like that. Now then, let's close the dark fountain and get out of here. We wake up in the computer room of the library with Birdley and Noelle, so they both skedaddle out of there. Susie ends up walking home with us, so that's cool. It also gives us an excuse to go back to Castletown. There were some new challenges to do in the party dojo, so I did those. Susie got some cool new decor to put in her room. That's pretty cool. I got the bad end of the stick. There's a goofy interaction you can have with King and Queen, which is neat. But yeah, let's just get out of Castletown. There ain't nothing much else to do. We can go see Noelle's dad at the hospital again. This time, Noelle brought her Game Boy Advance and is playing Mother 3, which you should totally play right now. We can see Mean Susie again as she scares off a few schoolmates for calling Chris a weenie. I'm hoping we get to actually go down here and see what's inside this shed one of these days. We can see Mr. Sand's skeleton at his shop because nostalgia pandering. And so we arrive home and say goodbye to our dear friend Susie. Except we don't, because she got wrangled into a sleepover. Cool. We do the usual stuff, make pies, use the bathroom, rip our heart out, and do some outside activity. I'm starting to think that Chris and Chris's heart are two separate things. But hey, Susie seems to be having a good time, so why complain? So we end up chilling on the couch for the rest of the night. She mentions a school festival that's coming up and asks us for fun who we'd bring. Susie, because I'm too lazy to answer the question seriously. Later on that night, Toriel calls the cops because someone slashed her car tires. I wonder who could have done that? And even later that night, I think I'll just let the scene play out for itself. So many theories have come out from this one scene alone. The most prevalent of which being that Chris is the knight that everyone's talking about. Which is fair to assume, but I don't believe it. And I think most people after playing Chapter 3 and 4 don't believe it either. It's still a pretty great cliffhanger though. And that was Chapter 2 of Deltarune. Overall, I would say it was better than Chapter 1. It definitely had a few more things that I couldn't care less about, but the highs were much higher. I'm very excited to see what they'll do in Chapter 3 and 4. Can't wait to play them, and inevitably make a video on them. No promises. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, liking the video and subscribing to my channel would be appreciated. I have a Discord server if you want to talk about anything and everything that isn't politics. And I have an X account for what it's worth. But with all that said, I will see you on the next video.